$2 Tuesdays at wagertalk.com and sportsmemo.com, where you can get the hottest handicappers' best bet or daily package for only $2.
Hey guys, welcome in and a very happy, Tuesday to you here. $2 Tuesday, in fact, at wagertalk.com. We got a nice slate of games here tonight in college hoops, and we're going to break a few of these games down for you, and we're going to do it with three of the finest at wagertalk.com as we say goodbye to November. We'll welcome in December, but not before cashing a few tickets as Ralph Michaels joins us. As does, there's his pen, just in case you guys didn't see it. Steve Merril in the house, as is Mr. Dave Cokin. Welcome in, gentlemen. College hoops up and off and running here. Ralph, as always, what is going on this Tuesday at Wager Talk for you? What do you got on the card tonight?
I have a 3-pack of plays, 2 college basketball, 1 NHL play. Number 3 in profit at Wager Talk the last 30 days. Number 2 the last 5 weeks. And I'll give a good shout out to our good friend Ski Profit. First 5% play in NBA action this year. He's the $2 capper at Wager Talk.
All right, he is the $2 capper there. Steve Merril, what is going on here, my man, as we wind down the regular season of college football, but we got championship week, a lot of bowl games coming up, and I know the NBA and college basketball high on your priority list. What do you got on the card tonight for us?
Yeah, Joe, you mentioned that December's around the corner. Might not be a bad time to pick up an all-sports, all-access subscription at wagertalk.com because December is probably the best month of the year. You've got all the college football bowl games, the majority of them going, NFL regular season, college and pro basketball on a daily basis. And we do still have 2 days of November, and if you sign up right now for December, you still get the rest of November for free. I made this offer a couple weeks ago, and I've gone 21.09 on all sports, so not a bad time to get on board. Get my college basketball steamroller best bet tonight. Get all my best bets tomorrow, Wednesday, for free. It's still available when you sign up for December. No promo code needed. Steve Merril, wagertalk.com.
All right, good stuff there. And Dave, of course, December means bowl week in college football, bowl month, rather. And I know you and Ralph, the opportunity to hop on board, the both of you, for the college bowl season. Still available for those that didn't take advantage of it. I would encourage you guys to head over to Dave's page. 5-0 rivalry week, college football weekend, and I do believe continuing to dominate in college hoops, 12-2. Hell of a run there, Dave. Congrats. What else is happening over at wagertalk.com?
Well, I got a couple of college basketball plays tonight and tied them together for $19. So boom. If you go to my page on WagerTalk, you can get those 2 games. And you can sign up with the package with Ralph and myself for the entire postseason. Our numbers over the last 5 years combined are exceptional. So it's a good deal, and hope you take advantage.
Yeah, guys, take advantage while you can. Bowl season is almost upon us here, so get it while you can. And let's take a look at this card here tonight because some interesting matchups. And we love that whole ACC Big Ten situation, and we'll start there with Illinois taking on Syracuse here tonight. 12.5 is the number. 144 is the total. 7:30 Eastern time tip here. Many think this is probably a team that's only going to get better for Brad Underwood in Illinois there. Ralph, what do you think of this game?
Well, when you have 5 new starters, you never know how a team's going to progress. Obviously, they're led by the Texas Tech transfer, Aaron Shannon, averaging over 20 points. And you look at the body of work. Illinois is a top 30, top 40 offense and defense as far as KenPom efficiency numbers go. Syracuse, 47 offense, 99 on defense. And you look at Syracuse, they're 3-3 this year. They lost at home to Colgate. They lost on a neutral court to St. John's in overtime. Then they lost at home to Bryant. So now going on the road against this team that plays up-tempo, a style Syracuse doesn't want to play. We have one of the fastest teams against one of the slowest teams. You look at Syracuse. Normally we know what their three-point defense is. Their three-point defense, number 243 this year, against a team that is number 36 as far as number of three-point shots. That says to take Illinois. So there's a lot of factors that say, yes, I think Illinois is the bet on here, but I'm not going to go that route. The reason why, this Illinois team, their top three guards, shooting guards and point guards, are freshmen. They make a ton of turnovers. They're number 296 in non-steal turnovers. They're a bad free throw shooting team, so I don't want to lay double digits with them. They're number 295. So yes, Illinois, the far superior team. I don't want to lay this number with them when they have Maryland on deck. You have your Big Ten opener this Friday, but I will lean with the under. Virginia's been a fast tempo team, number 11, but now they're playing the Syracuse team, which is playing the normal Boeheim slowness. I think you're going to see them try to make established and get ready for that Big Ten season upcoming. I'll lean with the under here.
All right, leaning towards the under here. Fascinating matchup here early on, Steve. I love the litmus test, but what do you think here? You trust Syracuse enough to keep it within this number, or has this got blowout written all over it for you?
Yeah, when I guest hosted Friday Wager Talk today with the Prez, Dave Cokin actually mentioned the Illinois Lindenwood game, and I was laughing because it landed exactly on the closing number. I think Dave mentioned it minus 32, so he would have gotten the win there, but it landed exactly 33 and closed 33. So we can't read much into that, obviously, but they have looked pretty good this season. The loss against Virginia, not a bad loss. Virginia's a very good team right now. A good underdog win against UCLA right before that Virginia game. Ralph mentioned the turnovers, and that is a concern here with Illinois, 17 turnovers per game. However, they play very fast, like Ralph said, the 11th fastest pace in the country. So when you have more possessions, you are going to have a few more turnovers. On average, their opponents caused 15 turnovers. So they're definitely having some turnover problems, but only 2 above average. And I think that'll continue to get better during the season. You always talk about slow down teams versus fast teams. And a lot of times I like to take the slow down teams. However, home teams can dictate tempo better. And I also believe the better team can dictate tempo. In both of those boxes, you check Illinois here. So I do like Illinois. The turnovers are the concern in this game, but I think they will dictate the tempo and play fast. Also, don't like the fact that Syracuse is coming off an outright loss as a 9-point favorite against Bryant. I don't think they fixed their problems with just 2 days of practice, rest, and travel in between. So I think this is a good setup for Illinois to win by double digits.
All right, like in Illinois to handle business here, Dave. That was a great layup, the 32 points. Absolutely, with Illinois on Friday. What do you think of Illinois' chances to cover this one? A lot less than 32, but still.
Well, they're not playing Lindenwood either.
Yeah, that's true.
The matchup, there's one glaring negative for Syracuse. They can't rebound. I mean, they're giving up. Their defensive rebounding has been horrible so far. So you might see some second chances here for Illinois. I think overall, I think the offenses are pretty close to even. But I do think the defensive numbers clearly favor Illinois. The problem is the line is just, it's inflated. And that's off the recent results. That Syracuse lost to Bryant looks pretty bad. And the odds makers bake it into the number here. I think it's too high. At this price, I would have to lean Syracuse.
All right, leaning towards Syracuse in this one. We do have, of course, another very interesting one coming up with Marquette and Baylor tonight. Baylor laying the 5.5, the total. Creeped up a little bit here to 155. This is going to be an 8:30 Eastern time tip here. And Merril, when you think of Baylor, a lot of people think of points, and more points here. They've been pretty good here scoring the rock. What do you think about their chances tonight against Marquette?
Well, they've been extremely good this year, Joe. In fact, they're currently the second most efficient offense in the country, and that's all of Division I basketball. And keep in mind, this year we have approximately 360-plus teams in those rankings. So this is a very good offensive team. Marquette last year played fast. They're playing fast again this year. But the biggest difference, is that Baylor is playing much faster this year. They were in the 160 range last year. Now they're one of the fastest-paced teams in the country after the first few weeks. So I do like the over. As you mentioned, it creeped up a little bit from the opener of 154.5, 155, maybe a little 155.5 out there. But I'm seeing a lot of 155s now, so it's barely moved. And I think the over is the only way to play this. Baylor averaging 91 points a game, but Marquette's been pretty good as well, 80 points a game, and both teams want to play fast. You know, we talked about the last game. You have the slow down versus a fast team. I don't think there's any debate on what the tempo is going to be on this game. And as Ralph and I often talk, they can't set these totals quite high enough sometimes. 155 is a fairly high total for college basketball, but I don't think it's high enough.
Not thinking it's high enough. All right, up and over there. Points, Dave. You think we're going to get a lot of them here tonight? Do you give the edge to Baylor to get it done?
I'm on the opposite side of Steve on this one. I think this is an under. These are two good defensive squads. And I think matched up against each other, you're going to see defense come to the forefront tonight. I think Baylor does everything a little bit better than Marquette, but it's not a glaring difference. And so I think the point spread is about right in the game, but I think these are two defenses that will actually dictate things tonight. I don't think the shots are going to be easy for either team. I think this game ends up in the 140 range, 145 maybe. So I would look at the under.
All right, leaning towards the under in this one. Ralph, I saw Baylor lose to Virginia out in your neck of the woods. I thought it was a fantastic matchup. Then they bounce back. They take care of UCLA. I saw Shaka Smart take on Purdue and come just a little bit close here. Both of these teams have been tested early. Now they get to test it against one another. So how are you leaning in this one?
Well, Shaka Smart lost 10 of 12 to Scott Drew and Baylor when he was the head coach at Texas. So, you know, he's familiar with the Baylor Bears. I look at it and, you know, Baylor's lost to Virginia. We're going to talk about Virginia in a minute. To me, Virginia is a top 5 team in the country and a national championship potential. So, you know, to me, that loss means nothing. What does concern me a little bit, we're always talking about first road games at this point. Baylor played the neutral game against Virginia and the neutral game against UCLA, but now going to play a very fast-paced team on the road. You look at Baylor, and the one weakness they have so far this year is three-point defense. They're number 300. They're allowing teams to shoot 37.6%. Marquette, three-point offense is not great, but they throw up a lot of threes. So they're still going to be a three-point offense. They haven't had a lot of success, but you know, they're number 41st as far as percentage of three-point shots relative to two-point shots. So they shoot a lot of threes. We'll see if that success now happens at home. This is only their third home game. Central Michigan, we can't compare. LIU, we can't compare. Chicago State, we can't compare. Those are all teams that are 300 or higher, basically. So I am still going to lean with Marquette. I think, you know, again, this is fast against fast. Fading Baylor for their first road game, and I think Marquette does have some success against this Baylor team shooting some threes to keep it close.
All right, should be a good one there, guys, tonight. Marquette and Baylor, and Ralph alluded to it. We got one more game here to break down for you, and boy, oh boy, Virginia taking no prisoners here. 3.5 is the line on this one, taking on Michigan, who's still trying to figure some things out there. 128.5 is the total. 9:30 Eastern time tip here. And Dave, you heard Ralph say Virginia, top 5 team. Kind of hard to argue. Do you like them in this spot?
I don't have a top 5, but I've got them way up there. Michigan's certainly a capable team. This will come down to how well Michigan shoots the three ball, because that's how you beat Virginia. You make threes. Get outside the pack line, defense, and knock down three balls. I'm not sure they can do it. And the edge I see here is in-game adjustments. I like Bennett over Juwan Howard. I think it's going to be a battle. I don't expect this to be a comfortable win for Virginia, but it's 3.5 is not much. I do think they're going to win the game. I think they will find a way to win it late. I wouldn't be surprised if the Wolverines get off to a good start here, but I think over the course of 40 minutes, the class will show, and I'm going to go with Virginia to get a win by maybe 5 or 6 points. Not going to be on my card, but among the games we're talking about, I kind of like Virginia the best.
All right, liking Virginia to get it done there. How about it, Ralph? You like this Virginia squad? They've certainly produced. Can they get it done here tonight?
Well, I'm going to just jump ahead to my best bet. This is on my card, and this is my best bet for the show. You look at the Cavs, they're 5-0 straight up. They're only 3-2 ATS. But in those games, they handled their opponents easily and just failed to cover huge numbers. They won by 22 in the opener, laying 24, and they won the last game by 27, laying 29. So they're 4 points away from a 5-0 ATS run as well. This Virginia team.
Oh, we got Ralph.
And all 5 starters have started all 5 games this year. So you have incredible continuity. Top 5 and top 14 offense and defensive efficiency from KenPom. And while it is their first true road game, when you go on the road, when you play neutral settings against Baylor and Illinois and handle them by 7 and by 9 points, it's a team I want to back. Michigan has played a very weak schedule. They've played one top 80 opponent. That was Arizona State on a neutral court. They lost that game by 25. Michigan takes care of the ball, but they do not force turnovers. I think that gives a lot of leeway to Virginia here. I do like the Cavs to continue their winning streak.
All right, liking Virginia in this one. How about it, Merril? Virginia, you in your backyard. What do you think of this team's chances tonight against Michigan?
I thought Ralph was talking about his team, the Cleveland Cavaliers. I never hear Virginia referred to as the Cavs, Ralph. I like that. It's funny. I don't think I ever hear that here in Virginia, but it makes sense. They are the Cavaliers. And isn't it ironic that the first 2 games we talked about, 2 pretty good teams, right, in Baylor and Illinois, and they have both lost to Virginia this year. So this is exactly what Ralph's talking about. This is a very good Virginia squad this year. Had been down the last season or so after winning the national championship a couple years ago. Always dangerous. Almost feel like they're kind of flying under the radar a little bit right now. This is a tough road test for them, the first true road game, and that's enough to keep it off the card for me, but I'm not looking to fade Virginia anytime soon. And these are 2 teams that like to play slower half-court styles. As I mentioned earlier, I think the advantage goes to the team that does that better, and that is Virginia in this game. So a little apprehensive because it is a tough road game, but Virginia is such a disciplined half-court team, it probably doesn't matter, and I think the Cavaliers are the only way to play this one.
All right, Virginia it is for Steve Merril here. There's a couple of very interesting games. Love these ACC Big Ten matchups. We got plenty of games on the card tonight, so now it is time to see if there is one of these games these guys like a little bit more than the rest. Ralph, you told us Virginia is your best bet here. And I guess I should remind folks, too, you and Dave, the opportunity to hop on board for the college football bowl season still available, right? They just go to your page or they go to Dave's page.
Yeah, again, Virginia on my card and using it as the best bet here. Over the last 5 years, Dave's record in college bowl games, 45 and 22, 67%. My record, 44 and 20, 68.7%. If you want to buy anyone's bowl packages, they're up on their page for $149. But if you buy Dave and mine special by going to our page, you're just paying $99 for each of us. So you're saving $50 for both and getting the top 2 college football handicappers coming up. Looking forward to a great bowl season.
Yeah, guys, can't go wrong. Take advantage of that while you can. And again, Virginia will be Ralph's best bet here tonight. Merril, how about it? Which one of these games you leaning towards? And I know it's going to be William and Mary, so why don't we just get that out of the way? You're taking the points. Go ahead. What are you going with?
Yeah, Tribe returned 10 new players. They don't return. They returned 4 players, 10 new players. So we're taking a wait-and-see approach with the William and Mary Tribe here in the near future. But going to look at a free play for tonight on Tuesday, November the 29th, and it is November 29th. That means there are 2 days left in the month of November. It means there's 2 more chances to get the next 2 days for free when you sign up for December. I made this offer about a week and a half ago. I've gone a mere 21-9 all sports since. Thank you to all of you that have jumped on board. I know many of you have. Not too late if you've been sitting back and watch winter after winter pass you by. You know you're going to play December. You've got all the bowl games going, NFL, college, and pro basketball on a daily basis. Why not get the next couple nights of November for free? No promo code needed. Steve Merril, wagertalk.com. I do have a strong college basketball steamroller best bet for Tuesday night included on my page right now. Let's look at a free play for Tuesday night because it's 7 Eastern. Going to look at Duquesne -4. December's around the corner, a lot of lights out there. But one thing I love to watch is the Wager Talk free live odds screen light up. And as we're doing this show live here the last 10 minutes or so, Duquesne's gone from 3.5 to 4. I already liked them. I like them still at -4 or less. And that is some sharp money lighting up the Dukes, who have only lost one game at home. Guard Grant averaging 19 points a game. Really good player. They've got the best player on the court tonight. And this is an unusual trip for Santa Barbara. Their only road game this year was at Northern Arizona a couple weeks ago. They lost that game, by the way, outright as a 9-point favorite. And now they're traveling across the country to Pittsburgh. These California kids are not going to like the East Coast weather this time of year. I know it's an indoor game, but it's still a weird road trip. I think Duquesne's the better team at home, playing good basketball this year. We're laying a short number still. Duquesne Dukes -4. Free play for you at 7 Eastern Tuesday night. Don't forget Steamroller Best Bet tonight in November for free when you buy December. Steve Merril, WagerTalk.com.
All right, good stuff there. Going with the Dukes here tonight. And don't forget also, guys, Dave Cokin. He's got 2 college basketball bets, $19 right now. He's on a 12-2 run. So hop on board, guys. Head over to his page at wagertalk.com. Take advantage of that $19 deal right now. Grab both of those. And Dave, tell us which game here is the best bet for you on the show.
I guess I'll go Virginia. I think it's a favorable matchup for them. I like the coaching edge with Bennett against Howard. I think this Wahoos are on a bit of a mission this year. Last season was certainly not what they wanted. And I think this team's really committed right now to getting off to a great start. They've done that. I think Virginia finds a way to squeeze this one out by a little more than the number. Again, not strong enough for me to put on my card, but I'll side with Virginia for the best bet here in the show.
All right, siding with Virginia there, and our friends at the Gold Sheet, they too have a best bet tonight they're looking at, and it involves Southern Miss as they are taking on Montana. And our friends at the Gold Sheet, they think Southern Miss is absolutely the way to look at this one, and this is a great write-up. Would absolutely encourage you guys to head over to goldsheet.com and take a look. Great write-ups across the board on all the games. Great analytics, great handicapping tools. Just a couple of clicks away. So head over to goldsheet.com. Check that out, and the write-up will be there for you as they are looking at Southern Miss in this one. I'm going to go out west for mine here tonight, and I think if you want to see how defense is played, watch San Diego State and Cal Irvine tonight. This is going to be an awful lot of, it's going to be a rock fight here tonight in that one there. 137, 136 and a half, 137, somewhere in that ballpark. Both teams can get at it. I think the first one is 60 wins. So I'm looking at the under in that matchup tonight with Irvine and San Diego State. Once again, best bets here, Ralph Michaels, Virginia, the Cavs. I can't believe you can go Cleveland State. Virginia 3.5. Steve Merril. The hell with William and Mary's going Duquesne, though. He's laying the 4 there. Dave's in agreement with Virginia. I'm going to back the under tonight in this UC Irvine San Diego State game. And our friends at the Gold Sheet, they're looking at Southern Miss. They're lay the 7.5 against Montana. And again, guys, you can visit all 3 of these gentlemen over at wagertalk.com. Take advantage of the bowl package right now with Ralph and Dave. Head over to Merrill's page there. Take advantage of grabbing the next couple of days here in November, as well as the full month of December. And don't forget, you've got Dave's 2 best bets in college basketball tonight, $19 available at his page. Make sure you come back, join us again tomorrow, of course. Another slate here in college basketball. We'll have you covered. Until then, on behalf of Ralph, Dave, and Steve Merril, we appreciate the time, guys. Best of luck with your plays tonight. We'll talk to you again tomorrow. Good luck.
Do you want to bet this college football bowl season alongside Dave Cokin and Ralph Michaels? Well, we have you covered. When you look among the list of our handicappers, some are known more for specific sports, and when you mention college football, two that jump out are Dave Cokin and Ralph Michaels. Mr. Dave Cokin has been the all-time profit leader in college football since he joined Wager Talk, and while the regular seasons have been profitable, his performance in the bowls have been even better, going 45, 22, and 1. That's 67%. Ralph Michaels was a previous general manager of Phil Steele Publications, voting on all significant college football awards, including the Heisman Trophy, before joining Wager Talk. Ralph's run and bowl action has been stellar, going 44-20. That's 69%. Our bowl package price will be $199 with the $149 early bird. You can lock in Dave and Ralph's both for only $198, coming out to just $99 each. That's Dave's 68% and Ralph's 69% bowl records, including any 5% best bets released in bowl season for just $198. Access will cover any college football releases from the Bahama Bowl on Friday, December 16th, through the College Football Playoff National Championship game on Monday, January 9th, from both Ralph Michaels and Dave Cokin, and include any 5% best bets. So act fast before pricing goes back to regular price.